Hey, this is Liore, and today I want to talk about 10 Hearthstone card terms that new players may not be familiar with. So, Hearthstone is really user-friendly, but it kind of throws you in the game without much explanation. So hopefully, this will help some new folks out a bit. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Battlecry. That is one of the most common things you'll see in a card. Anytime that card is played on the table, it will do whatever is described in the Battlecry. In this case, it will do 1 damage. That's the Elven Archer, which is a pretty popular first card. Next up is Charge. Charge is really popular with the Warrior deck in particular. That means it can hit as soon as you play it. In this case, this boar can go right ahead. You've played it, and it can already hit the first time. Next up is Coin. Coin is a card that you will get if you go second. Coin will give you 1 extra mana crystal that turn, so in this case we have 4 mana. We are going to play the Coin, which will give us 5 for this turn, which means I can go ahead and play that Gurbashi Berserker. Combo is a feature found in rogue decks. It means playing more than 1 card in a turn. So in this case we have Headcrack, which has a combo condition. So to fill that condition, first we are going to play a card. And then we will play our Headcrack, fulfilling the combo. One thing to note is playing a hero power does not fulfill a combo. So since we played more than 1 card, when I end my turn, you will see the Headcrack reappear right there in my deck. Death Rattle means when a card dies, the condition under the Death Rattle is fulfilled. So in this case, Leper Gnome will do 2 damage to my opponent when they kill it. And kill it, and oh, 2 damage. Next up is Freeze. Freeze is mostly associated with mage decks. Freeze will put a minion in place so it cannot hit you or cannot do any of its spells. For a hero, it also means if you freeze the hero that the hero cannot hit you. The hero is still able to do spells. Overload is specific to shaman decks. It means sort of you're paying extra mana crystals now that you'll redeem later. So in this case, I'm playing this little whirlwind here. The lock symbol appears beneath my mana crystal, so I can go ahead and finish playing all of my crystals this turn. But the next turn, once I hit end turn here, and now we can see that I only have 2 crystals I can play this round because 2 of them have been locked up by the overload. Stealth is a card commonly associated with rogues, but also found in many other decks. In this case, Stealth is a card that cannot be attacked directly. It has kind of a smoky look to it. One thing to note, do not give Taunt, which we'll talk about later, to a Stealth card because all your opponent's cards will just ignore it. Speaking of Taunt, here we are. Taunt means that your opponent has to hit that card. They cannot go around it. All their minions, everyone has to hit that card until it's dead. Taunt has a nice little armor symbol around it. That's how you know something has a taunt. There are certain spells and battle cries that can skip over a taunt, but for the most part, it's going to be good defense. And last but not least is Windfury. This is also mostly associated with shamans. Windfury means something has the ability to hit twice on its turn. So here's an example right here. And now we're going to be able to hit twice with this totem. I don't recommend spending Windfury on a totem, but you know, I needed to make a video, okay? And so my totem is going to hit twice and knock itself out. So those were a few top 10 of those terms that you might see frequently on cards, and hopefully this will have a better feel for Hearthstone, and I will see you in the arena. Later.